So as a mother and
Yes.
as a Baha'i,
Yes.
and now as an educator as
Yes.
well,
Yes.
what do you think are some of the things that us as mothers can do to really mine those gems in our children?
Oh, look, I think we've got such a lofty position as mothers. And in fact, I'll tell you a little story. When I left, and I hope my boss doesn't mind this, when I left my position as a clinical psychologist, and I was working for a specialist service in Auckland, so it was a pretty high-powered job. And when I left and I said I was going to be at home, my boss said to me, "Laura, what are you going to do?" I said, "What do you mean, Mike? I'm going to mother." and I think that recognition of mothering, of parenting the next generation as being of utmost importance is something that we really as a society need to walk the talk, that we actually need to recognise that parenting, our precious trust, our children, is a fundamental important job in and of itself. Not at all to say that we can't combine it with others, but that we need to give it the utmost attention, and that if we really believe that children are that precious trust, that we don't sideline them. And as a Baha'i, our writings tell us that mothers are the first educators of the children, and that we have such an important role to play in how we set the family culture. And so for me as a mother, I really want to encourage other mothers to recognise that important role that they play in the lives of their family.
So as a mother, as the first educator, can you describe the different types of education that you might be trying so hard to sort of bring to your children?
Look, I think that society puts so much emphasis on the more humanistic education of our children. We want to socialise them in what it means to be a child of our culture, and the kind of tools that they need to live a life that we feel is successful in this culture. And I think that's really important. But what I think is really a light upon a light is when we give our children a very solid sense of a place to stand in our culture, and also a very solid sense of their importance as a spiritual being. Because I really believe as a Baha'i that we are all children of one God. Call that God Lord, call that God an unknowable essence, but that we were all children of that one God, and that God has given us a spirit, and the components of that spirit are gems or virtues, and that as a mother, as a parent, I want to draw forth from my children whatever their capacity may be. And that capacity, they may have specific talents and gifts that will be of service to the world, but also their spiritual capacity, the gifts that they take with them forever.